So what if the secret to a more orderly, more meaningful life wasn't some big, complicated secret at all? What if it was just a simple, daily discipline? In this explainer, we're going to unpack a really powerful framework from a text called Jeevan Devata Ki Sadhana, or Seva Dharm. It offers a super clear path for connecting our duty to ourselves with our service to the world. Let's dive right in. Okay, first, let me ask you something. What are the things you absolutely positively have to do every single day? You know, the non-negotiables. Eating, sleeping, work. Just keep those in the back of your mind because we're about to see how that very idea can be expanded to build a much more meaningful life. All right, so the first big idea from our source is this concept called Seva Dharma. You can think of it as the principle of active service. It's this idea that we have a duty to contribute to the world that goes way beyond just taking care of ourselves. It's about being an active participant in the world, not just a spectator. And what's so cool here is how Seva Dharma gets broken down into two very real, very concrete actions. See, this isn't just some vague, fuzzy idea. It's a discipline. It requires the regular donation of your time, which is called Samaidan, and a portion of your resources, Sadandan. And the key is both are seen as absolutely essential. This chart just illustrates that point perfectly. The source argues that our income isn't just for our own needs and, our savings account. A defined, regular piece of that pie should be dedicated to Lok Mangal, or public welfare. It completely reframes giving. It's not an occasional act of charity anymore, but a fundamental part of how you manage your finances. Now let's move to the second core concept, which is basically the other side of the coin. If Seva Dharmas are external work, the stuff we do out in the world, then sadhana is the internal work. And they're really designed to work together, right? Because service without self-reflection can feel pretty empty, and self-reflection without service can just become, self-indulgent. So sadhana is defined as this consistent process of polishing our inner world, and it focuses on three key areas: our thoughts, our character, and our behavior. It's that conscious daily effort to become a better, more aligned person from the inside out. And here is the absolute kicker. The real power of both Sevatharm and sadhana doesn't come from these big, grand, occasional gestures. It's not about that one large donation you make once a year or that one moment of deep thought you have when you feel like it. No, the real transformation comes from the unwavering, consistent, daily commitment to do the work. This brings us to the central analogy of the source, and this is where it all just clicks together so beautifully. It frames our entire existence on a set of pillars, the foundation for a stable, healthy, and balanced life. First, let's look at the pillars that literally everyone already gets. We all accept that to physically survive, we need these three things every single day: food, some kind of work or labor, and sleep. These are our biological non-negotiables, right? And here it is. The big aha moment where it all comes together. The source draws a direct parallel. Just like food nourishes your body, some form of worship or spiritual connection nourishes your spirit. Just like labor shapes the world around you, sadhana, or self-refinement, shapes your inner world. And just like sleep restores your body, Seda-dharma, our service to others, restores our connection to everyone else. The whole argument is that these spiritual pillars are every bit as essential as the physical ones. So when you see it laid out like that, what's the ultimate point? It all comes down to the daily routine. The source is so clear that the main reason our lives feel chaotic or disordered is because we treat these ethical pillars like they're optional extras instead of daily necessities. This quote from the source just says it all. Imagine eating or sleeping only when you felt like it, in totally random amounts. Your physical health would just fall apart. Well, the argument here is that our ethical and spiritual health works the exact same way. Inconsistency is the enemy of a meaningful, orderly life. Simple as that. So the whole framework boils down to this really simple, actionable game plan. Step 1, you have to change your mindset. See service and self-refinement as necessities, not options. Step 2, you have to actually schedule them into your day. And step 3, you commit to that schedule with the exact same consistency you give to your job or your meals. So at the end of the day, the final takeaway here is actually pretty profound. It's about shifting service and self-improvement from being things we do randomly into habits that form the very foundation of our daily lives. It's the difference between random acts and a truly disciplined, meaningful existence. So, we're going to leave you with this to think about. If the source says these pillars are essential for a balanced life, what might a fourth pillar be that's uniquely important for you? What other daily non-negotiables could you build to create an even more stable and meaningful life? Something to chew on. Thanks for joining this explainer.